the rolling flooded. Soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. Say, what you talking that funky, get about my face, wearing that monkey. We not that might give you life advice. Get some money.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Buffalo. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's a man who started as a Buffalo Bill, Marshawn Lynch. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On third down, they go Lynch. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Now, before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Murray and company going for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In on the tackle there, Ray Nitsky, and his heyday, it was before my day, it was before your day, but he was something else.
I can still see that 6'6" on his jersey and him rattling running backs and getting after quarterbacks. He used to wrap his people in the chest. He was an absolute marvel playing in the linebacker position, especially right there. And deservedly so.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now third down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of you.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bills put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw is Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Following the penalty, Lynch. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bruce Smith brings the heat, gets the sack. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Allen going to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. On play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Murray. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Presley Harvin now. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On play action, Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Off play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. An inside run with Lynch. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Running for it. Here's Lynch. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. 3 quarters in the books.